Welcome back to another episode of World War Selection. Today we've got a little friendly game, not a ranked game, against Suxlike. And let's get into it. This is a long one, so this time hopefully it's not gonna be an hour long. I will speed things up as much as I can. Now, right off the bat, I end up disconnecting and this happens. Yep, no control. Ended up stupidly sending too many workers to do the first bit, so I didn't get a chance to send some of them back. I've got idle workers, and here we go, I'm back. Right, let's start the game. Let's have a look at the map. Got some stuff behind me, which is nice. And then we've got this long pathway on the right, leading to the enemy's base. Sort of choke points, not really, but sort of. It's a thin pathway, basically. My opponent here, he's got some elephants and some fish down here, which he will get. And I was blessed with some fish right next to me. And over here, which I didn't even realize. And a mammoth. So all good. And a boar. So I'm really behind. But I do catch up thanks to the fish that was straight away I can get, rather than having to wait for warriors and then kill my prey and then eat the elephants. Who eats elephants? If you eat elephant, you might as well eat a tiger. So why can't we eat a tiger? I took another elephant, which was just outside my base. So that was a nice resource as well. So I'm really going for the food resource at the moment. So I shouldn't run out. And my opponent comes in, being a very aggressive player that he is, goes straight for my unbuilt pit. I have some bulwark blueprints, but I haven't had time to build them. Because I keep forgetting, as soon as my temple's done, they're going to disappear. That's that kind of annoying. He gets a few workers on my berries. There wasn't that many because I ended up sending everything to fishes and the elephant. So not too much of a loss. Compared to... it's pretty much even. I'm ahead in tech by the looks of it. And there will be more warriors coming from him. And he just hit bronze himself. So trickles of units coming down to try and take out as much as it can. I'm pretty sure he probably got a worker there. Yeah, looks dead. Oh, he did. 1, 2, maybe 3. The crows are down, so yeah. Did kill some. But, oh, that's his one. Yep, I'm down. I'm down to 28 workers. So that was a bit of a loss. And I've also run out of food now because I'm trying to pump out as much warriors as I can, because he keeps sending more and more because he has food as well, and his food is good at the moment. He's also got his chickens up and running, and he also farming from this elephant as well. So his resources are decent. Struggling a little bit for wood, but not for too long. And at this point, since I should have supply just slightly quicker than him, and I start to push, and I've got the wood to upgrade my houses, so I will start to outnumber his warriors for now, especially as I got less workers. So my turn. And he has more of an open base where I can run around, whereas my one does have this small pathway, small choke, kind of big choke, let's just say, whereas his is completely open. So I ended up just running around everywhere trying to get in, take out some workers on the food to distract them from getting food. As you can see, he runs out because he has got 8 pits, so he's pumping out warriors fast. So he needs his food very quickly. More warriors come in. I take out the tower he built here. I notice he's also got a wall coming up. Nightmares about that. Won't be. Try not to let him do that, shall we? So I'm on real aggressive mode now. Not going to let him breathe once. I need to macro up. I need to sort out my funds so I can continuously keep sending troops to do damage to him. Meanwhile, we'll try and get some towers up, hopefully. Yep, get some towers up for defense in case he comes to counter-attack while I'm in his base. So more harassment on his food. My economy is going decent. I've maxed out, so my food's okay. He hasn't maxed out and he's got no food. Another wall goes up here to stop me going to the trees. He wins the battle. No, I win the battle here because I took a fight that I could win. And he did come back into my base, but he didn't get much. So at the moment, the worker count is still decent for him, over 40 versus over 40. So I caught back up. I've been pumping out workers. Another big push coming. He sees me, I see him. Now who turns around? He turns around. He pressed attack move, which caused these warriors to attack the alligators here, so thank you. Always have to be careful with that. And also got more warriors coming in on this side. Again, just distracting his food so I can do my warriors rushes a lot better, more efficiently. But he's alright, he's still okay. He maxed out and he saved up a lot of food. So even if I harm his food, no, it doesn't make too much difference. But I also ended up splitting these two warriors, which killed the whole wood line. So if we check now, he is down 26 workers. Down to 26 workers. Which means he's maxed out, which means he's got... Ooh, let's do some maths. Around over 60 warriors, let's just say. 65 warriors, right? Yep. So I still got units in his base, so he can't actually use all of them and bring them to my base, which will be really good for him. But because I'm still in his base, I've ended up splitting his mass army. So whatever he brings won't do that much damage, and plus I'm getting towers and archers coming up. But I also got bulls to deal with, which are killing my workers. Okay, that's dealt with. Running out a bit of food. Still harassing his base, and he has... Wow! He went down to 15 workers. Damn! But a huge army. Huge! Now what to do with this huge army is the question. Take out my pits. Take out my production. It's good. But he couldn't actually get down here properly. I think this pathway was a little... Although he could maybe come through here. But I don't know. I think he saw that there's a lot of towers and he didn't want to pass through. So he kind of tried to kill what he can with what he had. I'm still attacking him. Keeping him busy. He's really behind. I'm now trying to tech up to go to bronze. I mean, yeah, what was it called? Iron Age. So I'm being chased back home. Get ready for the fight. Big army of warriors. Some of these split over there, which was no good for him. Some of these split over there. And don't forget, he still has some at home that he's bringing, that he's rebuilding. And I think with the help of the towers and having archers, has deflected his warriors. Now I assumed at this point that I was strong with the units I had, so I push a bit just to keep them uncomfortable. Alright. So now let's see what he's... If he's caught up on workers. He's at 23, 24 now. So he's building them. And he comes in again with the warriors. And he's still on warriors. Oh, he's cancelled now. This is going to be the final warrior attack. As he's ready to upgrade. But he's very, very, very low on wood. And he hasn't got his iron yet. Got iron here and over here. But he's on wood catch up at the moment. So he will do as much as he can with the warriors he has. And he's also trying to tower up. Because he's a very, very aggressive player. These archers are doing pretty good. I tried to sneak some archers around the side so I can take out these units, but which was good because I ended up killing what he had here, because I ended up splitting his army quite a bit with just a few archers. All this followed it. So now, because he's upgraded his pits, he's not going to have any more reinforcements, as you can see, which is bad. He has to wait for his spearmen to be ready before he can build more troops. Ideally, you want to keep your army before you lose it. You want to keep your army alive until the spearmen are ready to be built. Plus, you need to get the upgrade. And he hasn't got the iron yet. He's going to get there. At the moment, definitely in the lead. So I'm just looking to build up my army and push. But he's got these towers in front of me. So that's delayed me going kind of into his base. Because they're really hard to kill with kind of archers. Need more spearmen and archers. And I'm running out of supply because I think I got a lot of... No, only 43. 43 workers. Trying to keep the army count high. He's on 37. But he still hasn't built his spearmen. Oh, here we go. Now he's built some. So they'll be coming, but they're going to be a little bit too late to the party. Hopefully I can take out the towers before he gets here. I'm building my own towers here to make sure no shenanigans can happen. So it's got the archers versus spears. The archers will win thanks to tower support, and I'll be able to take out his towers. Now at this moment it looks very, very, very good for me. Very unlikely my opponent can come back from this. Very unlikely. Take out the tower. It doesn't take too long. Combination of spears and archers takes it down pretty quickly and efficiently. So I move forward because I know I have the better supply, and my opponent decides to run past me to try possibly go do damage in my base. But no, because my opponent is a genius to make me think that I squished his spears here, because this was nice. I completely owned his spears, outmaneuvered them, and now I'm gonna go push because I know I've got the bigger army. And ta-da! The wall has come down because he did that on purpose, running around, so he had enough time to get this wall up. There's nothing I can do now. Nothing I can do. Complete waste. I will now need to wait till I get to medieval to try and break this wall down, because walls are shit. I did not realize. I forgot about this bit here. I could have probably taken this part of the wall down and just run in. Unbuilt wall is terrible. It's weak. It'll go down very, very, very quickly. He's got his heavy spears. I'm at medieval, so all good. All good at the moment. Got my archer upgrade. I get some boats to start killing his fishing boats. And this is, well, since the wall's up, we're gonna have to speed things up, because when a wall goes up, the game pauses. I have to wait. Oh, he's at medieval now. I've got my supply upgrade, so now I can start building some siege at some point. The boats come in. The boats, his fish boats escape. Don't realize that. I just think, oh, he hasn't got many fish boats. I'll take that. And I don't, because I only scouted to about here. I even send the fish boats right to here. All I had to do was go a little bit more to the left and I would have spotted all this. But I ended up killing them because I needed the supply. So it's always, I should have sent my scout at the beginning to the whole of his back just to scout this area. Because I had a feeling. You should always go with your feeling. So here comes the useless siege. That misses every bloody shot. It gets everything but your target. Jeez. And he has now got elephants. He was able to stay behind his wall, not build any spearmen or archers, sort out his economy and pump out elephants. And literally I was like, ah, shite. That's okay. I have towers. I have lots of towers. Lots of towers, which will deal with his infantry before the elephants get there. And it's not too open, so his elephants, look at this, taking a bit of a long tour around. But the hand cannons are here. The hand cannons are here to destroy my units, my towers, his towers, everything. It's what they do. They are destruction. Alright, so the trees have cleared out here. And now I'm going to my second forest. Eventually I will go to my third forest. And then stones. Everything's nearly pretty much upgraded for medieval. So I am looking to go to industrial very soon. I'm low on wood and low on iron, but my food, my god, my food, this game, I focused on my food. I'm not running out of food this game, because no matter what happens, I can pump out archers, and when I get to industrial, I can pump out archers, I can pump out military men. The food is okay, but I do need more iron, which I'm on 2, but once I max out, everything will save up and it'll be alright. I pushed him back whilst he rebuilt his army, because it's a big army, big army, Tonk army, few units but big units, whereas I've got little units but lots of them. Then I got hand cannons, baby. I don't want to send the hand cannons too forward, because I've learned from previous games, if I come out with the hand cannons, they end up crushing me. An army like this. I mean, look how quick these things are. 60 speed. See? Yep, too far. I went too far. I think this is the first time I went out, and then from this point on, I decided, yep, not going to go too far out with the hand cannons. I'm running out of wood. Wood is an issue. He's coming to this bit of a choke point. Not sure. I think the combination of towers and the splash damage from the hand cannons. I mean, I've got a lot of units in there. That's a lot of units, and he's got 4 left, so that worked out good for me. It was a nice little trap, and I still ended up having 3 hand cannons left, which is awesome because my resources are getting a bit too low. And I've got, here we go, some hand cannons, back to 6 hand cannons. Dealt with the elephants, all good. My opponent is going to industrial. I'm obviously not going to industrial yet. We are just fighting, which means you can't afford to upgrade if you keep exchanging armies like this. I'm assuming he's worse off because he lost all his army. Yep, he hasn't recouped yet. His stuff takes a little bit longer to build. He's got elephants, whereas mine are like literally instant. So he left the door open, so I rush in to see if I can annoy him a little bit, especially when he's upgrading his Mumluks. But there is too much. He had a lot of spears. That's okay. It's a nice. It annoyed him a little bit. His Mumluks have gone half energy, so that's quite good, because they can hurt. See, I left my hand cannons back. See that? I left my hand cannons back, and I got quite a lot now. I think I got too many, but I think I need that for the splash damage, because there's a lot of elephants coming, and he keeps coming. What can I say? He keeps coming. What's his economy like? I'm still stuck for wood and iron. He's average on everything. Really good on iron. A little bit less on food, but the rest is good. And he has at the moment 56 and 10 boats. A little fight here. Cannons stay at the back, stand really far back, don't want him to get too close, and he retreats with the rest of his army. Nice. So now I'm on 63 workers and 10 boats. I've really gone for the workers this game, but it's still broke. Still broke. I don't even have that much on the chickens either, so so much on iron. Ah, yes, that's why I'm broke. I have clicked on industrial. I'm nearly max, so that's good. I don't need to spend an army. I'm just chilling here, building towers, not trying to attack. I've got 2 hand cannons up front to help with my army, and the rest at the back in my base, so that if it pushes me back, I could run with my main infantry and sacrifice 2 hand cannons. Which is, I mean, they're going to pay for themselves when they start firing. My opponent is at the moment also going to industrial, so we're kind of going to reach their similar time. He's a little bit delayed. He is broke. He's trying to build an army and get to industrial, whereas I already built my army. I'm not spending anything, so I got to get there quicker. So I'm there. Upgrade a couple of houses. I know he's going India, so I'm going to have to deal with machine gun elephants, and I will get towers very quickly. But also I need the whatchamacallit, the what's that building to get the towers. And I also need to get vehicles. But money is shy. Get my supply up ASAP. 3 minutes. So we fast forward that. Don't need to wait for this. Everybody's calm. He's at industrial. He's going to be pumping out his elephant machine gunners. How did he get 156 of 150? How did he do that? What's that about? Are these machine gunners? Armored elephant. No, just archers. Okay, so he hasn't got them. So I think he's just thrown these away, right? Yeah, so he can get the proper stuff. Of course, they got owned. I got archers. I got hand cannons. Get my foreign supply. Where's that building? Still haven't built it. I'm still alive. He'll be dead soon. So he retreats. No point in me chasing him. No point in me chasing him. No point in me chasing him. Right. Ooh, he's got some barracks, industrial barracks, nice. And here comes the machine gunners with the ridiculous range, And this is when I went way too far in. Way too far in. It was a waste. That was costly for me. It's very, very costly. See, I've got 3 lefts. I don't want him to get too close. And yep, I got my machine gun tower. What's that building called? Arsenal, that's it. So as long as I got this, he can't push too far in. He needs to get his mortar elephants. So that stopped the initial push. I'm going to keep putting towers up and towards his base. And also build lots of houses. That's the main aim here. Oh, look at the food. No matter what happens, I can always build Minutemen. The foreign supply is done. I'll get my vehicles up. And you also need the arsenal to get the second vehicle, so you can pump out units. I mean, these pump out so quick, like 10 seconds for a tank, 12 seconds for a tank. That's awesome. More houses, more towers. Economy is booming. I've got nearly 100 workers now. And I will keep him back. I won't let him push. I'm going to keep pushing him back to his wall. He wanted the wall. You can stay behind that wall. You know what I mean? Hand cannons still doing their duty. More vehicles coming out. Gonna get the next one so I can get my howitzers as well. And also I'll be able to pump out tanks pretty much non-stop. Don't have to wait for them. So I maxed out again. I push forward. He hasn't got enough houses. He's struggling a little bit. He's gone back inside. He needs to save up. He needs to pump out a max army and then push. And he also needs his mortar elephants. What are they called? Trench mortar elephants. Yep. This is okay. The elephants can't really hurt the vehicles that much, so they will always be in front as much as I can put them in front, and basically run towards the elephants, so they have to run back. Here comes the mortar elephants. Going to start taking out my towers, but that's okay. He's nearly maxed. He's maxed out. I've maxed out, so I'm going to chill. I want my houses, military men to build up, and I'm going into industrial 2 so I can get my supply higher. And I've got so many workers not doing anything. Oh, they are now. Here, little dance back and forth. Take out his tower, take out his balloon. Now he can't shoot me. So what we got here. Let's see how many workers he has. Quite a lot of workers. 75-ish. But his army is getting huge. He's becoming a very, very scary army. I forgot about this. I forgot there was boats. I forgot to show that I transferred my upgraded my boats and killed his boat with my Chinese kamikaze fish boats. I push forward. The more I push my tanks forward, the more he has to run back, because he can't shoot after a certain range, and they don't do as much damage to these. Getting more docks up, start pumping out. Now that I'm at industrial 2, I could also get the battleships. And he's at industrial 2 as well, but he hasn't got his supply, which he needs to really, really get. Also notice he moved his chickens from here to here. Not sure why. Boom, boom. That's a bit too close to the shoreline. And I've got my own ships coming now. I mean, the sea is going to be very, very important in this game. Purely because we're literally fighting next to the sea. So any battleships you can have to give extra damage is awesome. But I feel like these don't do that much damage to elephants. That's why it looked like I have two like hitting him, and it didn't really look like it was doing much damage. So maybe other boats are better. But I don't have any other boats other than a steamboat, which I have no idea what it does. Again, vehicles are the way forward against elephants. Keep moving them though, till the mortars miss. He put me back a bit there. Quite low. Need to regain 100 supply back. But I've got plenty of men ready to be pumped out. But that's alright. I don't mind. I want to exchange armies. I want him to get broke. I want him to have to build more and more. Don't want him to save up. As you can see, his wood is low, whereas my economy is booming. Got dreadnoughts, start firing. Gotta take out some buildings, towers. Need to take out his arsenal. Just look at this tank all the way here. Come along, it survives. There's 3 tanks in the middle of his base, causing havoc. That's the way forward against these elephants. I feel like these ones do the most damage. Again, try and push towards him. He hasn't maxed out yet. He still needs to get his houses. He just doesn't have the wood. Because I carried on building houses in Industrial 1 so I could get my military men, I don't really need to worry about them when I get to Industrial 2, which is kind of cool. No matter how much he thinks he's pushing me back when I've only got a few units, I just pump out military men. We decided not to do any wonder, so I cancelled mine and started getting all my vision stuff. Pump out more battleships, max out, wait a little bit, chill, and then push. I've got a combination here of rocket launchers, machine gunners, only 2 machine gunners. I've got my howitzers and some battleships. Now the rocket launchers, need to see if they do decent damage. Well, it didn't look like they did anything there. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I like these rocket launchers. Yeah, I can't see them doing any damage. Is that going there? I mean, what is their 100? It should be doing decent damage. Okay, that one hit. But then again, other stuff are hitting it. The tank probably hit it. The howitzer probably hit it. It's hard to tell. I think I need to do a skirmish to test that. But they all died anyway. Useless. Kind of useless. Better off spending it on military men, and maybe even the machine gunners died. They don't really last against these. So ideally you want to build build infantry until you've got enough tanks to have your main army as tanks. Take out his factory, pumping out as much units as I can. More military men coming. Got a nice hold here with the towers. His economy. He's really suffering on wood at the moment. This is not good. Oh my damn. Yeah. Need to manage that. He's brought out his battleships again, having a little... There's always been some stuff happening in the sea. But I think the mistake was he didn't get any machine gun boats, which would have really kind of harmed me a bit. Would have stopped me getting any naval. Sure, but slowly but surely I start pushing him back. Got my 400 range. Need a balloon really soon. But that's it. Finally got him. Eventually. Hope you enjoyed that. Until next time.